Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to be joined with Jacob Quinn. He's had 10 pro fights, 7 wins, 3 defeats. Going well, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, we're moving. We're moving.
Good stuff. So you made your debut in 2018 against Naeem Ali. Does it feel that long, your debut?
It does. It feels like a long time ago. Do you know what it is? I think it's because I had 2 years out in the just after the COVID period. So I think that's probably why it feels so long. To be fair, man, I had quite a bit of inactivity in that time, obviously. So that's probably why it feels like a long time.
Yes. But you had 2 good wins in 2018 against Naeem and Dean Jones.
Yeah. To be honest, man, I won't. No offense to the guys, I won't call them good wins. I'd call them routine wins.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
And then you beat. Well, why did you rematch Naeem? Because I look up at your box rec and you've boxed him twice.
It was because we had another kid who were meant to box on that show, but he pulled out. I can't remember the reason actually. I can't even remember who it was. So he pulled out 2 days before. So he was good and he was a gentleman enough to step up to the plate day before, really.
So
So
fair
proper
play.
shout out to him, man. Yeah, fair play to him, man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because you went 4-0 because your other win was against Jamie Quinn. And then you fought in 2020, I think, was that behind closed doors when you fought Pierce O'Leary?
It was, yeah. That was the whole COVID period time, behind closed doors. Yeah.
And how upset were you taking your first defeat?
Wasn't upset at all really because there was that fight. There was a lot behind it that I'm not one for excuses and that, but I was severely weight drained. I'd done it all wrong. That kind of stuff. It was my first step up fight, and I get somebody like Pierce O'Leary. Like you have to be on point, don't you?
Yeah.
And I just wasn't at that period of my career, and I've learned from it, healed the mistakes, and it actually did a hell of a lot for me that fight. In a good way, it was positive. The negative turned to a positive in the end because I grew so much stronger as a fighter after taking that loss. Just the whole experience of stepping up and dealing with the nerves of fighting such a talented
Were you
professional.
not happy with your performance that night?
Not one bit, not one bit. I was tell you the truth. I was in the changing room getting warmed up, with Sean,
Mm-hmm.
Josh Warrington's dad.
Yeah.
And I was so tired and weak, bro. I couldn't even. I was hitting the pads thinking, "Oh my God, I'm gonna get destroyed." I just knew I'd done the weight wrong. I'd done everything wrong. So, and I knew it was going to be a hard night for me. So it didn't discourage me too much because I knew it wasn't really me in there. It was like 30% of what I can do.
I mean,
So
2 years later, you proved your worth though against Hassan Azim on that was live on Sky Sports, mate. And how did it feel fighting on Sky Sports for the first time?
it was great. It was a great experience. Loved everything about it. It really did bring me out of my shell, boxing wise. I think
I thought you looked
because
good
the
in
fight.
there.
Nice one, man. Nice one. Yeah, obviously after the first round, I thought I came into it, and I thought I'll give him some good work. I thought I stole two, maybe three of the rounds. So
I mean, you could have got a draw.
people say that. People say that. Yeah, mate. Enough. Thanks, but I mean, I personally, I'd say I lost the fight, but
Yeah. I
I
maybe
think it.
4-2, would you say?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say that you're about right with that, mate. Yeah, I'd say I did lose the fight, but I'd say to say I
Were
stepped up.
you much happier with that performance than you were with that Pierce O'Leary?
Oh, big time, mate, big time. Because I knew what I was doing in the Hassan Azim fight. I was more experienced. I didn't honestly, mate. Honestly speaking, I didn't feel any nerves, nothing whatsoever. I'd done everything correctly, and so I was strong, and so I managed to perform on the night, and it was kind of like my kind of breakout fight, if you will, because a lot of people seeing that, and when I go around different gyms now, everybody recognizes me from that fight. So it was even though it was a loss, it was a blessing in disguise, really.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So were you happy that you got on such a big bill as well? Chris Smithy, Isaac Chamberlain. Did you watch that fight?
I did, yeah, I barely, because my eyes were nearly closed, weren't they? So I got back to the arena after getting stitched up by the doctors, and I could barely see the fight, but I was trying to watch it, yeah. But it was great to be on that big show, mate. Yeah, it was down in Bournemouth. It was a beautiful time of the year. The weather was smashing, and it was just good vibes all around me. I really enjoyed it. It was such a good experience.
Mm-hmm. And then you
Shout out to
fought,
Hassan Azim, man.
yes. And then you fought back in November last year. You fought Dimitri Canas. I don't.
Protkonas.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
go on that.
Dimitri Protkonas. Yeah,
I do believe he was coming off a knockout win as well.
he was at the time. Yeah, he'd come off a knockout win over Dempsey Madden. Who I think he knocked him out in the third or fourth. I can't remember which round.
Stopped him in
So
third, I think.
yeah, so I was a bit wary coming into that fight, thinking, "Oh, like this guy might be able to bang a little bit." We didn't know too much about him. We'd
Yeah.
seen a little bit of him against Jake Abrol, and we thought he looked a bit basic. But shout out to him. Nothing bad to say about him. But I thought I got the job done fairly easy.
Did you
The
feel comfortable in there with your boxing?
big time, mate. Yeah, and I'd just come off the big Hassan Azim fight, so going back to small hall shows, it really was nothing for me to transition back to the small hall shows. It was
Did you do well with the tickets?
I didn't that time. Yeah, shout out to my sponsors; they helped me a lot. Um, Without them, I wouldn't have been able to go on the show. But sponsors are one of the one of the main reasons why I fought that night. They did a lot of tickets for me, and it was a good night, really good night, mate. I thought I boxed really well. The scorecards didn't reflect how I fought the fight. When I fought, I won the fight very easy every single round. But
Yeah.
they gave him I don't know if they gave him a round or and a share of a round. I couldn't understand why they did that, but everyone was saying, "Oh, like I thought you won it easy," and I thought I did too. So it is what it is, man.
It is what it is, but you got the job done. Then you
Got
fought
the
a
job done.
debutant called Coffee. I can't pronounce it.
Akiri, yeah, Akira.
Akiri. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Akiri, man. He was a tough fight in terms of a debutant. Uh, Obviously, when you're fighting a debutant, you don't expect him to come out with confidence, do you? You expect him to be a bit shy, be a bit nervous. But no, he gave me some decent work. I didn't have my greatest night that night. To be fair, I wasn't feeling too cracky, to be honest with you. But no excuses. We got the job done, and it was. I still thought I
He
won.
came to fight, didn't he, Kofi?
He did, mate. Yeah, I think he thought it's my debut. This kid I'm fighting is all right in me. He's got a little bit of a name. He's all right, and I probably thought, if I can do a job here, I'll get my career off to a good start. But it won't. No, it won't happen. I beat him. I thought I beat him pretty
Mm-hmm.
convincingly.
And then you had a big opportunity again. You like these big opportunities. You fought in Sweden, wasn't it?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I thought
Against
Anthony
somebody
Yigit.
who was Anthony Yigit or something. He was
Anthony
26.
Yigit, yeah.
Yeah, Yigit. He was 26 wins, 3 defeats with 1 draw. I mean, you don't take easy fights.
No, definitely not, mate. I think there comes a point in this boxing game where you realize it's either sink or swim. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think if you're not willing to take them chances, then what are you doing this for? I mean, I can stack my record up with journeymen and whoever, all year long, and I can create a resume of 20 and 0 if I really wanted to. But what's that really doing for my boxing career apart from making me look good on paper, which is
Of course,
it's not.
you lost every round on the judges' scorecard, but do you feel you won a round or two?
I feel like I won the fight, mate. I feel like I don't know if you watched it.
I haven't watched it, but if you've got a link, can you send it over if that's okay?
Of course, mate. Yeah, I felt like I won the fight. I thought I did the lion's share of the work in there, and especially the first two rounds. I did the volume wise. I landed so many more punches than he did in the first two rounds.
Was
The
he
third
better than
round
you
was
expected, or
no, mate. Not at all. I thought I was better than him. I thought I outboxed him. I
you
thought
thought
I
you
was
won
better
every
than him.
round?
I didn't think I won every round. I thought I won three of them.
Were
I
you
thought I won
shocked
three of
when
the
they
rounds.
all said 40-36? Did you expect
Personally,
them to
I
give
was.
it to him?
Yeah, personally, I was shocked. My coach, to be on 100% honest with you, mate, my coach, Chris Aston, he thought that I lost it by. I thought I'd won it, and when you get a feeling in there, mate, when you're in a fight and you go to the end. I'm honest. If I think I lost a fight, I'll just say it straight up. I'll be like, but I got the feeling that I'd done the lion's share of the work in there, and uh, when I got home and I showed the video to everybody, full fight. I mean, I know they might be a bit biased, but everybody was saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe this got it." The whole fight to him before. I said, "There was like, I thought you just nicked it, mate." You know, it is what it is, man. It's on an away soil, isn't it?
Yeah,
You're not going to get the decision, really.
but were you happy with your performance, and do you think that
Very,
was
very
the best
happy. Yeah.
performance of your career so far?
I don't think it was the best performance of my career. I think if I'd have fought him on the night that I fought Azim, I think I probably would have done an even better job with it. But I feel like it was a good performance for me. I feel like I left no stone unturned in there, and I thought I just had more volume than him. I thought I just landed more punches, and that's just my honest opinion on the thing, mate. And so what I took from that was, if that was in this country, they probably would have given me the nod, and
Yeah,
that's me, beating somebody who's quite established. So
exactly, mate. Then you fought Jake Osgood. I think that was what 2 weeks later or something.
2 weeks later, I was out on a small hall show in Bradford fighting Jake Osgood.
You
Yeah, just to
fought
get.
3 times on Darren Burley's show,
Yeah, man. Yeah, thanks, Darren Bailey, for putting me on your show, man. Appreciate it.
and you got a good a 40-36 win against Jake Osgood, who's very tough.
Very tough, man. Yeah, it didn't really look like going down or anything in them 4 rounds we did. So respect to Jake Osgood, man.
I mean, what's next for you? Would you like an area title next? Because I think you're ready personally, or do you know would you like an area title sooner rather than later?
Of course. And mate, you know what's next for me? Anything like to tell you the truth, 2 weeks ago we had three offers come in for three different fights. Uh, I accepted two of them. Um, One of them, the money was just it wasn't it was just it was terrible money for the
Mm-hmm.
for the amount of rounds it was to do. So we didn't
How many
accept that.
rounds was it?
It was an 8 rounder, but I don't really want to go into what they offered, but it was
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
wasn't enough to turn my head anyway. But I accepted the other two.
So what happened with
Uh,
them?
they never got back to us, mate. They never got back to us. One of them was I've forgotten how to pronounce his name. Ursu. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Um, what's his record? Do you know?
I think he's about 7, 8-0. Coniston Ursu, I think. It was in York Hall anyway, mate. It was meant to be an 8 rounder in York Hall. I'd accepted it, but them lot never got back to us. So I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know what happened with that. But
When
that
was
fight
that
was meant to be on.
scheduled? In August?
No, 21st of this month, mate.
Oh,
I
because that
was all set
fight,
for that.
that show's got pulled, I've seen.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's
I
why
think I
then.
know who you're
Oh,
talking about. I think so.
yeah, mate.
Was he a debutant?
No, mate. He won. He was. He'd had about eight fights unbeaten.
Oh, I think I might know who you're talking about. But yeah, I think that show got called off because something to do with the ambulances. They couldn't get them or
Right.
something. But
Oh,
that
see.
show's been rescheduled to 11th of August, I think.
Right. Well, if the guy sends me another offer, man, I'm more than willing to fight because I thought it would have been a good scrap. Don't get me wrong, he looks all right, but I'm game to fight anyone, man. I'm not bothered now. So if he wants to, if he wants to send me another offer out, man, I'm game for that. I'll quite happily take that fight.
Who
You
was
know,
the other one? Because you said you had two.
Brad Ingram, I think he's called
Oh yes, I've heard of him before. Yeah.
a Welsh lad, I think.
Yeah. Or is he Gloucestershire? I think.
I don't really know, mate.
I think he's
I
4-5-0 or something.
oh, is there? All right, yeah. But I accepted that one too. I think he wanted an 8 rounder too, so I didn't even look into him or anything. I just accepted the
That would have
fight
been a
straight
good
away.
fight as well.
It would have been, mate. Yeah, well, I don't even know, mate. I've looked. I had a quick look at his box rec, but that's it. So I don't really know anything about him. But I just said to my manager Chris, I just said, yeah, said
Yeah,
take the fight.
you just go for it.
Course, mate. Yeah, I mean, I've been in with the big boys already. Do you know what I mean? I've been in with Big Piers O'Leary. I've been in with the Hassan. I've been in with people that can punch. Nobody bothers me,
Because
now.
Dimitri can punch as well. He's a heavy hitter.
He's got a little bit of fud in his shots. Yeah, a little bit. Nothing compared to the likes of Piers O'Leary or Hassan, but he can hit a little bit. But
Mm.
obviously, them other two. I mean, with that, that they can hit and they know how to box as well. So
Mm.
you know, but no, shout out to Dimitri because I think if someone got hold of him and he could fight at his own shows or whatever, I think he could probably do all right.
Is there any welterweights in your division that you would like to fight?
All of them. Specifically speaking, mate, I don't. Specifically speaking, I don't really know. Just anyone, man. We was on about, we was on about Jake Abrol.
Oh yes.
We was on about fighting him, but stuff happened, and the fight didn't come off. But their team were on about talking to my team and all that. But if we can reach some kind of agreement, I think that'll be a good fight.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of good fights out there for you. But what month can we expect you to get back in the ring?
Completely random, mate. It could be next week. It could be in 2 months' time. It's one of them ones. I'm just waiting for the phone to ring at the moment, so
Would
I'm
you
staying in the
look
gym.
to rematch Hassan in the future, or
100%, 100%, mate. If he sends me an offer through and he wants a rematch, then I will do that.
what about
Definitely.
if that Anthony guy got wanted the rematch? I think you would jump at that one as well.
Within a heartbeat, mate. Within a heartbeat. He doesn't want a rematch with me.
Yeah, I
I
bet.
know now. I mean, last time I was a bit apprehensive, thinking this guy's been European champion. He's 26 and 3.
I
Bit
mean,
apprehensive.
when I looked at the record, the guy you were fighting, I was a bit,
Yeah.
but
Mate,
just
I guarantee that fight would never happen again. No, like, shout out to Anthony, man. He's a really nice guy. He's a cool guy. Met them lot over there after the fight, and we had a good chat. And I've got nothing but respect to him. But
yeah.
Definitely do the rematch. And I'd like to do it. If we do another one, I'd like to do it over
in Ivry.
6 or 8.
Was that, yeah, it was only 4, yeah.
There's only 4, mate. Yeah, I think over 6 or 8, I think
I'm
I'd do even
surprised
better.
it was only 4 because he's 26 and 3. So I was a bit surprised he was doing fours. I would have at least expected it to be at least 6 or 8.
There was a reason behind it. I can't remember what it was now, but there was a reason why it was only 4. Something to do with the boxing regulations over there. I
Ah,
don't know. It was something
well.
like that. Yeah,
But the
but I
main
don't
thing
know.
is that, well, hopefully you'll get that rematch.
Yeah, yeah, that's it, man. That's
What? So
it.
you don't have any fight dates penciled in? You just as soon as the phone rings, you'll just say yes.
Pretty much, mate. Yeah, pretty
So
much.
promoters ring him up and he'll fight. He'll fight anyone.
Yeah, definitely, mate. That's it. Ring me up, give me a fight, and I'll take that fight. Uh, it's one of them, man. I'm 26 now, so time's rolling on, time's ticking, and can't really be choosy about these fights anymore, man. You've
So
got to
what's
take
the
it.
goal for you, and how far do you believe you can go in the sport?
I feel like I'm getting better every single week, mate, and I feel like the goal. Well, for me, I only had 17 amateur fights, and I turned over pretty quickly, and so I feel like for someone with a short amateur record, the standard of boxing that I box at is quite good for that. So I feel like I'm
Yeah.
still improving a lot. So really, the sky's the limit in terms of where I can go,
I
mate. I
reckon
think.
you. I reckon that you should try and fight for the area title.
I love that. I love that. If an opportunity came along to fight for the area title, mate, I'd snap it up. I don't know who has an area title, the central area title over here. I don't even know, but whoever they are, if you need a defense, I'm more than willing to step in and fight anybody. 8 rounds, I don't know, 10 rounds a minimum minute. 10 rounds, I'm down. I even done an 8 rounder before, but I'll step up and do a 10 rounder right now. I ain't bothered, man.
That's good, mate. And of course, there's a few fights that I want to ask you, like your predictions for the fights. Of course, you know what I'm going to ask you is the Crawford Spence one.
I've got Crawford edging it. I don't know about you. Who have you got for that?
I've got Crawford as well.
Yeah, why? Why?
I just think, I mean, I think Crawford's carries more power. I think he'll be too. I I reckon he'll get him out of there late. To be honest. And many
Really?
people as well that I've spoken to say that the car crash that Errol Spencer's been in will take quite a bit out of him.
You think?
Yeah.
I personally don't think so. Do you know why?
Why?
Because when he came back after that car crash against Danny Garcia, was it Danny Garcia he came back against?
I think so. But he had
Yeah, mate.
another one after, didn't he?
No, he had another one after.
Did he?
I didn't know about that. He might have done, man. Like I don't know about that.
I think he's had two.
Right? Right? No, I don't know about that. Yeah, bloody hell. Well, he needs to stop. He needs to stop buying them supercars, doesn't he, and stick to Skoda.
But
Jeez. No,
yeah,
well,
in my opinion, it could no. I was saying that people I've spoke to as well, who I've asked this question to, they say Crawford and they say about the car crash. But I don't. I think I can tell why they say that, but I can also see why not. But I think Spence will be up on the cards because he's slicker. But again, this is a toss of the coin, isn't it?
it really is a pick and fight 50-50, in my opinion. But like, I've just got that 1% edge to Crawford. I
Mm-hmm.
just think he's more. I just think when the going gets tough in them championship rounds, I just think he'll be able to eke something out in maybe the last round. Or
I reckon
I
he'll
think
stop him in the 10th.
okay, okay. I just personally can't see Errol Spence being stopped by anybody. That's just my personal opinion, but I can't
The
see. I
Crawford
just can't
points.
imagine. Yeah, mate. I think it's going to be a point. I think it's going to be a. I think
Split.
it's going to be a split. I think it's going to be a split to Crawford.
If it's a split decision, and someone just nicks it, they're not going to take the rematch because it took so long to make the first one. They're not going to rematch. I reckon the winner will just run away with it.
I feel like the winner deserves to run away with it, man, because that fight's going to be carnage. That fight's going to take a toll
Exactly.
on both. It must do because they're both destructive fighters, aren't they? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the level of violence that's going that's going to be produced on that night is insane, man. Like I feel like they deserve to move up or do whatever they want to do after that one. You know, it's a classic.
White or AJ?
Oh no, that's a tough one because as we all know, AJ doesn't look like the AJ of old, and White. Let's be honest, he doesn't look like the White of 2 3 years ago. So I've got to say I lean I've got to lean slightly towards AJ just because of the first fight and just because of his aura around the sport. But White, he's got a good chance of upsetting the apple cart here. I mean,
Exactly.
I don't know what you think about that.
I don't know, because if they get into a dogfight, I reckon it could go to Dillian. But I reckon AJ should try and stick to his boxing because he's lost that killer instinct. But again, I would fancy AJ to do it.
Why do you think he's lost that killer instinct?
Just ever since he got knocked out by Ruiz, it's just not been the same AJ.
I just think he's a bit gun shy now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It
Yeah.
wouldn't
I
surprise me if
feel,
Dillian White beats him by KO either.
yeah, it will surprise me. And you know what? No outcome in that fight will surprise me because no, I lie. The only outcome in that fight that will surprise me is if AJ bowls him out of there early. That will surprise me because nobody's expecting that from AJ anymore. That was
Yeah.
what made him. That was what made him who he was, and that's what got him to the heights that he reached in the sport. And now that's all gone. I don't see where he goes now. He's trying to stick to this style of stand up cute like smart boxing, but it in my opinion it doesn't really suit him, man.
Mm,
I feel
yeah.
like it takes all the danger away from the guy. I feel like it's just not it's just not it's just not the one for him.
Mm. Well, yeah, that's the toss of the coin as well.
Definitely.
Hmm. And before I let you go, do you want to thank anyone who's helping you in your career? Sponsors,
Definitely.
anybody?
Yeah, man. I want to thank all my sponsors, uh, especially KG Bathrooms, Kev from where I live. He sorted me out, done me really good. But I've got quite a few other sponsors as well. Who they all know who they are. Uh, yeah, and just everyone that helps me in my day-to-day life. Shout out my coach, man. Everybody who helps me really.
Hmm. And thank you for your time, Jacob, and keep smashing it.
Thank you very much, my friend. No, nice one, man. You keep smashing it as well. Keep doing what you're doing. You've got a good work rate, mate, and you're only how old are you?
14.
14, man. And look, how many interviews have you done? Like 500.
I've done quite a few.
You've done loads, haven't you? So you keep up the good work too, my friend.
Thank you, mate, and yeah, just you keep smashing it as well. Thank you for your time.
Respect, brother. Take care now.
Thank you. Bye.